And now, coming to you live from the tri-state area and San Francisco, California, it's the best part of Wednesday, Waffle Box, with your hosts, Mike Fish and Kush Hayes.
Welcome to Waffle Box Podcast, where we talk about anything, everything, and nothing all at the same time. John Bon Jovi, we got a show for you. Coming up on episode 194. I have no idea. We're celebrating our 4th anniversary by playing Reverse Uno. And Mr. Kush Hayes is taking a helm, and he's going to take us through a wonderful journey that is this week's top stories and all that good stuff. Speaking of which, joining me, I am Mike Fish, and over there is the main man from San Fran. It's Mr. Kush Hayes. Kush, how you doing, buddy?
Happy 4th anniversary, y'all. Kush Hayes. It's the Waffle Box. It's the original Waffle Box. It's the best part of Wednesdays. You accept no substitutions, and we're coming to you all the way from the future home of Super Bowl 60. 39 short weeks away.
Wow.
Mike Fish. You love us because we do this, and we do this because we love you. Producer Lathan, are you in his house?
You know what, guys? I bet you're thinking to yourself, who would have thought when we started this dumb little podcast back in 2021, who would have thought that we'd still be doing this 4 years later? Well, fellas, I always knew you could do it. When I first met you, I took one look at both of you and thought, yeah, these guys have absolutely nothing going for them, or anything better to do than to record this podcast and have an AI-generated character socialize with them. I always knew you could do it, and I'm proud to be a part of it. Here's to another 4 years, or less, depending on how quickly I can get a high-paid voice acting gig.
Marvelous.
Well, now.
Oh, yes. Well, anyway. Cheers.
Wow, what a cunt. That's my
Cheers
one cunt of the day.
4 years. Look, PBR. It's a classic.
Yeah.
You got PBR. I got Jingle, America's oldest brewery. Look at us. A couple of guys.
I took a peek at the beginning of the third anniversary episode that we did this time last year. And I'm having the damnedest time getting a cork out of a bottle of champagne. Like, it is the funniest thing. It goes on for like 10 minutes too, dude. You do your little rant. I'm doing my rant. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Did
you almost break a window or something with it?
That was a different year.
Or was that
No,
New
we did break a
Year's?
window, but it did penetrate the shade here, which I'm still looking at.
Love a bit of penetration. What have you been up to, Kush? What have you been up to?
Busy goddamn week for the old Kushmeister here. When the Giants aren't winning and staying in first place, the Golden State Warriors are punching upward. The 7th place Golden State Warriors are currently kicking the shit out of the number 2 Houston Rockets. There's a game tonight, game 5. Best case scenario, the Warriors win and we go on to the second round, and that means more work for Big Daddy Kush Hayes. And then just around the horizon, I don't want to say anything yet, but a certain team with the colors purple and black have drafted me, and I am looking forward to that so very much.
Purple and black? What the?
Can't say. Well, I guess I could, but I'm not going to. You'll have to wait. It's a couple weeks. Be patient. It's exciting, though.
Is it Ben Stiller's team from Dodgeball?
Of course.
Marvelous. Yes. It's very exciting.
That thing I couldn't tell you about, I was just going to tell you now. Yeah.
Kush Hayes, professional dodgeball producer. Boom. Available for kids' parties everywhere.
Hell yeah.
Touche.
How you been, Mr. Mike Fish?
Been living a dream. Living a dream, my friend.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
This morning, I went to the DMV.
Oh.
Because it is April 30th, the last day of April.
That adds up.
Yep. That checks out. And my car inspection sticker thing expires at midnight tonight.
Whoa.
And it was one of those things of like, yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that next week. Yeah, I'll do that next week. I'll do that next week. And then it was like, fuck, I kind of have to do this. And so the DMV inspection center opens up at 8 a.m. And I didn't want to be there for too long. So I did the wise thing of arriving 35 minutes before they open. So that I was like right at the front of the queue.
Mm.
And so I woke up at 6 a.m., which is, I'm not a morning person. It's never a good thing. And
I
then
understand.
I'm just sitting there in the car for 35 minutes waiting for someone to open this gate. So I'm like fighting not sleeping. I'm fighting
Hmm.
not falling asleep because that'd be embarrassing. Being woken up to some DMV person knocking on the windshield and everyone's honking behind me. Oh, I wouldn't be able to
Yeah,
live like that.
I don't think it was that dramatic, but I understand.
But the good thing out of this, I found out that the DMV people are self-aware because eventually when they opened up the gate and I drove to the inspection center bit and I put my car in the bay, I got out of the car and one person yelled, "Welcome to Lodi," which is the town in which this DMV center is, Lodi, New Jersey.
Hmm.
To which another worker yelled, "Yeah, welcome to hell."
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, at least they're self-aware that DMV is hell.
Sure, sure. I think he was commenting more on Lodi, but maybe he was talking about his job too.
But I don't know I don't know, I mean, I'm sure it's different from state to state, but I don't know exactly what they check. Because I literally like stepped out of the car
Hmm.
and then like 2 minutes later they were like, "Toyota, pick up your cars." Oh, okay, you done? Okay.
Hmm.
I think they took longer taking off the old sticker and putting the new sticker on than they did actually inspecting anything on the fucking car. But
Probably.
whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. My
That isn't
baby
a
is
thing
good
out
for another
here.
3 years.
We have a smog inspection, but you just go to any garage that's certified, do that, and they give you the printout, and then they just email the shit to the DMV for you.
Yeah, but have you got to pay for that service?
Yes, of course.
Well, if I go to the DMV, it's free of charge, baby.
No, I don't know that they offer that here in California.
Ah, well, there we
No.
go. New Jersey. Whoop, whoop. I'm not
Okay.
spending money when I don't have to.
Well, you also enjoy waking up at 6 a.m. next year.
True. Touche.
Touche
Touche.
indeed.
Oh, I need that soundbite now. God damn it. Anyway, what else has happened? Oh, before we get into the top story, then this isn't really a top story, but
Hmm.
have you seen? I know you don't really frequent on Twitter anymore.
No.
You only go on Twitter to send me the Zoom link.
Hmm.
But so there's like this social media, I don't want to say quite a trend. It was a post that went a bit viral, right?
Okay. They still do that.
By
I know.
it was like a dream chasing Mike, which is a great name,
Hmm.
was
There's a
who
good name.
posted this. And I'm not gonna say exactly word for word what this guy tweeted, and I think you understand why. But his tweet was, "I think 100 N words could beat one gorilla. Everybody just gotta be dedicated to the shit." Right? And
Sure.
that became like a thing of something. Everyone, at this point of recording, it has amassed over 41,000 retweets and 214 likes and has been viewed by over 260 million times.
Oh my goodness.
Now then, Mr. Beast. Are you familiar with Mr. Beast?
I've heard the name. I think I know he has a show on like Amazon or something.
He does a
But
lot of
I have
things like where he gives lots of money to charities and does a lot of
oh,
different
is that what we're
things, right?
calling it? Okay.
Well, that's what he does. Yeah, but anyway. But if you're not familiar with Mr. Beast, he has over 388 million subscribers. We're almost caught up.
Hmm.
And over 32 million followers on Twitter. And he thought he was going to be making funny, right? So he made like a fake YouTube thumbnail,
Hmm.
which said the description, like 100 men versus a gorilla. And he's tweeted out, "Need 100 volunteers for a new video idea."
Oh dear.
Right? And it was like, it's like it wasn't laugh out loud funny, but it was at least it was a creative put on that joke, right? The reason why this caught my eye is because Peter,
Peter.
Peter,
Oh, Peter.
the not
Yeah,
the name
I
Peter,
know.
not Peter Venkman, but PETA, Peter,
Yes.
decided to chime in on this post, and they replied, "Quote: Maybe try 100 reasons to leave animals out of your content instead."
Hmm.
Like the social media manager for Peter actually thought that he was gonna make a video of 100 people trying to beat the shit out of one gorilla.
I wouldn't be
Like
surprised if he did actually, but
fucking like
still, I see
get
what
your
you're
head out
saying.
your own asses, Peter. Like I love animals.
Hmm.
I adore animals. If you know me personally, you know when I win the lottery eventually, and god damn it, it's gonna happen. I'm gonna go around, I'm gonna buy a bunch of land, build a nice farm, and I'm gonna go around all the kill shelters, because they're bad. Kill shelters are bad. And I'm just walk in and go, how many dogs do you have? And then we have currently 24 dogs. And I was like, I'll take them all. And I'm just going to rescue all the dogs from the kill shelters. And I'm going to have lots and lots of dogs all living happily ever after on my farm.
Oh my God, the smell.
Well, whatever. That's how much I love animals. But Peter, their social media decorum makes me want to hate animals. It makes me want to eat more meat just to spite them. I hate them.
Okay.
Fucking hate them. Anyway,
Noted.
hang on. That's my announcement. Don't want to put this in the top stories either because we don't want to get political or anything. But have you seen Canada had their elections the other day?
No, I was not aware of that. How'd that go?
Well, I don't know, to be honest. I don't really give a shit about politics. But one thing did catch my eye. Right, one guy. I wrote his name down. Where is it? Right, one guy. He became member of parliament in Carlton, Ontario.
Hmm.
His name, like, without even looking at the background of this guy, without even knowing what this guy stands for, I would vote for this man.
Okay.
His name's Bruce Fanjoy. Oh,
Hmm.
what a great name.
Last name's really good. Bruce doesn't
Fanjoy. No,
Fanjoy.
I think
Freddie
with
Fanjoy.
a surname like Fanjoy, you kind of have to have a mundane first name. Otherwise the Funjoy doesn't punch.
Nah, you want some alliteration like Freddie Funjoy. Huh?
Flavio
Flavio.
Funjoy.
Oh,
Oh,
Flavio Funjoy
oh,
drops
my
all the
loins are
panties.
burning just thinking about
He
Flavio
walks in the room
Funjoy.
and women just like it's ocean spray. Holy shit. Flavio Funjoy.
Like, no matter the weather, he's walking into the room with his shirt undone. Like, he has no buttons done up. He
I
don't give a
mean, that
shit. He's
wouldn't be
proud of his
Flavio if he
chest.
wasn't. I'd be concerned if Flavio's shirt was buttoned all the way up. I'd be like, yo, you okay, Flav? What's going on, man?
For some reason, he's playing a saxophone.
Because why wouldn't he be playing a saxophone?
Hola. Maybe, I don't know. No, he's Italian. I think he's Italian. I think.
I think Flavio's Italian.
Yeah,
Or maybe he's
Flavio.
an
Oh,
Italian-Spanish hybrid. They're right there. Yeah,
how do Italians say hello? Is it ciao?
sure. Uh,
Ciao. I am Flavio Fanjoy. I've come to impregnate your women.
oh, no.
Oh, but you wouldn't get upset. You'd be like, oh, Flavio
That's
Fanjoy.
Flavio.
Ah, what's he up to again? God damn
That
it.
scamp.
Anyway, congratulations to Bruce, Flavio's cousin, for becoming member of
Bruce.
parliament in Ontario. There you go. Anyway, are you ready, Kush? Are you ready to take center stage as we play this reverse Uno top stories? Oh,
I'm ready. I'm ready. Let me get my readers on while you hit the music, producer
oh, is
Lathan.
switching glasses? Oh, this is
I gotta switch
exciting.
glasses for this one.
Great
Music.
content.
Music.
Oh, you want me to play? Okay,
Yeah.
Lathan, while his wardrobe change, please hit
Music.
the music for this week's top stories.
It's now time for this week's top stories.
What do we got, Kush?
All right. Well, so we've been talking about AI and we've been making the Terminator references and all that good shit. Well, coming from the Associated Press out of Beijing, in one small step for robot kind, thousands of them, really. Humanoid robots ran alongside actual humans in a half marathon in the Chinese capital. I think this is 2 Saturdays ago now. So, uh, the bipedal robots of various makes and sizes. That's exciting.
Mm.
They navigated the 21.1 kilometer or 13.1 miles course supported by teams of human navigators, operators, and engineers. It actually sounds like there was more crew on the track than there was actual human runners. So, in what event organizers say was a first, and as a precaution, there was a divider separating the humans from the robots.
Yeah, to protect them before he goes nuts and kills them.
Mm.
So,
Fish, what do you think about these stories?
so
Anything
this
about
so this
past?
robot. Okay, there's a pic for those watching the YouTube version. There's a Daily Show esque caption there with a photo of the robot. So the robot ran a half marathon, basically.
It did. Several of them.
Several. Oh, I guess it doesn't get tired. That's the bonus, I guess.
Mhm.
But so he needed human help. Pathetic.
I mean, it's the first time anyone's ever done anything like this. So yeah, they had to make sure that if the thing fell down, it was able to get up, or if it for some reason decided to headbutt another person, they could hit the off button. Like, yeah, man. On the first test run of the marathon, there was humans supervising the robots.
In case he got sentient and tried to take over the world.
Not impossible.
See,
We
here's
have
the
one
thing.
right now in our office upstairs.
Yeah, god damn you, Lathan. So like, this is the thing. Like, in sports, people are all in a kerfuffle, in a hoopla about trans athletes ruining the dignity of sport. Robots, that's not fair. They don't get fucking tired. If
So
anything,
again,
they could mock it. They could just speed up as the race gets on because maybe like through kinetic energy or solar power, they just get more power and go faster. Whilst us humans are like fucking hell. Where's the Gatorade? It's bullshit. Keep robots out of our sports, unless it's robots versus robots, like in some kind of Olympic version of battle bots.
yeah,
I'm
I
down
think
for
they're
that.
working on that.
Is
Now, the
battle bots
strangest
still a thing?
sensation. Yeah, it could be a thing.
No, but is that still on TV? I remember that used to be on. Was it on
BattleBots?
TNT?
No, no. I know they tried to resurrect it or make another series like it. I think they just did 10 episodes and were out. I want to say if it wasn't on Prime, it was totally Netflix for sure.
I want to say, or maybe it might have been a couple of years ago. It was like my nerd Wednesday night,
Mm,
nerdy hump day. It would be like AEW Dynamite followed
mm.
by BattleBots. It was great.
Okay.
It was like a 3 hours.
Oh, maybe it was TNT then that did it. I know they tried to revitalize it very recently. I don't think it worked out though. It's quite a
Yeah.
production. And then also the hardest part is getting the teams involved. Like maybe not everyone wants to focus on a battling bot.
That's the only robots I want to see. Either the robot needs to be making me a copy or destroying another robot. That's the
Mm,
only thing I want them to do.
I totally had a story about a coffee making robot out of Thailand. Oh, I didn't pull that one. That's okay though.
Well, I'd be more than happy to invite him.
I bet you would. On to the next one. You remember Joe Boo?
Nope. Who the fuck is Joe Boo?
You've never seen the movie Major League?
No.
Okay. Honest answer.
Wait, is that
Yeah.
Charlie Sheen?
Yes.
Maybe I have seen it. And for some reason, I blocked Joe Boo out of my consciousness.
Joe Boo's a very little part of that movie, but he's some of the funniest parts of that movie. So they had a Pedro Serrano on the then Cleveland Indians. Uh, and he was a practitioner of voodoo.
Ooh.
So he had his main man, Jobu, and occasionally he'd serve him some rum, give him a cigar. You know, the smoke would catch and the sprinkler system would turn on and ruin everyone's uniforms. It was a good time. And then one time, Haywood stole Jobu's rum and ended up getting a back in the back of the head. It's a funny movie, trust me. Well, the St. Louis Blues, who tonight are also in Game 5 of, I believe, the actual Stanley Cup Finals. This is NHL hockey, and they've adopted Joe Boo late into the second half of their regular season, and have only been winning since then. This is by Joe Harris out of the St. Louis Associated Press, and the force behind the St. Louis Blues' late season playoff push cannot be found in the box score. He has not scored a single goal. His addition cannot be found on the transaction wire, but it is Jobu. We go into a little bit about Major League, and we talked about all that. I guess the disco song Gloria used to be their anthem, the St. Louis Blues, and well, they switched it up a notch. So they got Jobu here, and while it's not clear if the team has offered Jobu rum or cigars to get a blessing for their sticks, what is clear is that the Blues have the hottest team in the league right now since Jobu's arrival. I don't follow hockey, so I have to assume this is all accurate. Anyways, they were 8 points out of the final wild card spot in the Western Conference when the season resumed out of the Four Nations face-off break. Sure. So that's exciting.
Love a
Life
good
imitating
mascot.
art.
I just did a Google search of Jobu,
Yeah, it's right there.
and it's saying, according to Wikipedia, Jobu may refer to a Norwegian chainsaw manufacturer. Oh,
Fun. Okay.
like that,
Yeah,
Major
why
League.
not?
So wait, so Major League wasn't Major League about baseball?
Major League is about baseball, the movie.
So wait, so
Major
why
League
is a hockey team?
for the same reason all the pro sports do pro wrestling intros now. It's fun.
It's a creepy
You think they
looking
just hand
motherfucker.
out heavyweight championship belts to the San Francisco Giants? No, man, they were a fan of WWE.
What is he wearing? Is he wearing like a karate gi?
That's Jobu's outfit, man. I don't know.
What's he got sticking out of his face? Is that?
A cigar.
Oh, that makes
That
more
will be a
sense.
cigar.
So what do you think? What do you think? Do you think there's some mystical? Do you think Jobu is like bringing the mystical powers to spur them on, or do you think it's a coincidence?
I think it's psychosomatic. Uh,
Oh, that's a
I
good
think if he
word.
wasn't there, they would probably be losing, but because he is there, everyone's getting behind it and they're playing better for it.
I mean,
It's
to
a
be
not, it's a
fair,
very unsatisfying answer, but that's what is happening.
if you think you're even for a second underperforming, one look at that fucking thing scare you straight. They'll be like, "Fuck, I need to fucking." Because I imagine, like, if you don't play well and you wake up in the middle of the night and suddenly you see that in your bedroom, it'd be one of those things where it's like, "Where did you come from?" And he's just staring at you with his fucking cigar in his mouth,
Oh my God.
starts looking at you over your bed with his Jesus picture eyes. Did you ever have? Did you ever have like a family member that had one of those pictures of Jesus
Um,
that would just
we
follow
had
you
a pic.
around?
No, not us specifically, but I'd had a couple of friends who were quite religious, and one or two of them would have the follow you eyes Jesus painting, and yeah, that thing was creepy.
My grandmother once used to have one of those, and I used to fucking hate it when my mum would say, "Oh, you're staying at Nan's tonight." We would call her Nan because that's the British thing. And
Sure.
me and my brother would sleep in the bedroom, not being able to sleep because he's
Jesus just
fucking
watching, judging.
oh, because she'd put like a night light because I guess she thought, oh, they're young. Yeah. So we put, and so he was just there he was judging us before we
Hmm.
went to bed. Kind of like Santa Claus,
Hmm.
but there's less gifts.
Much less gifts. Not a rich guy, that Jesus guy.
Who's your top five people that are constantly judging you? Santa Claus, Jesus, your mum. Um, I lost it. I didn't have five. I should have went top three. God damn it.
Yeah,
But anyway,
I'll have to get back to you on that one.
as of recording this, the New Jersey Devils are holding on to their playoff hopes with their fingernails. So I'm not going to say good luck to St. Louis, whatever the fucks they are. The St.
Mhm.
Louis
Blues.
Angel Music Notes. I think
The
that's their
blues.
nickname. Oh, why is it a music note with an angel's wing?
Because it's the blues.
Oh, like, yeah, like
Jesus
that. The
Christ, Mike.
blues. But what's the angel
Who
wings
taught you
about?
how to speak English? Why you not speaking English?
But what's the wing about?
I don't know, motherfucker.
Well, I guess that's why they call it the blues. Shout out to Elton John. Your
Uh,
name,
I think there's a reason why
Restaurant.
we do this the other way for 194 episodes. That's right.
It's
You're
like we
focused
don't
on the
know
wrong.
how to do this. It's like we're like Ricky Bobby. Just like I'm not really sure what to do with my hands right now. Oh, this one
Well,
looks
we're on
fun.
YouTube, and apparently I don't know how famous this guy is, but a United States YouTuber. This is out of the Associated Press out of India.
Oh,
Hmm. Yeah, New Delhi to be specific.
much
Rajesh
better than the
Joy.
old one.
Yeah, yeah. YouTuber remains in custody in India after visiting restricted island with a Diet Coke can. You fucking idiot.
Oh,
24-year-old American YouTuber was arrested after visiting the off-limits island in the Indian Ocean with hopes of establishing contact with a reclusive tribe and was further detained in custody last Thursday. Uh, Mikhailo Vitrovich Polikov, we're just going to call him Mike. Sorry, no offense to you.
yeah. See,
But
now
we're,
you see how it is always getting these good stories, and then you
for a
realize,
United
fuck, the
States
main guy's got a
YouTuber,
weird
this
name.
guy's got a fucking Russian Polish name. It's weird. Anyway, Mike is going to appear before a local court in Port Blair. That's the capital of India's and Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Yesterday, this happened yesterday on the
Oh, shit.
29th. So he's originally from Scottsdale, Arizona, and was arrested on March 31st, 2 days after he stepped foot on the restricted land, the restricted territory of the North Sentinel Island, in a bid to meet people from the reclusive Sentinelese tribe. Really? Okay. That's what it says. He left
Checks
behind a
out.
can of Diet Coke and a coconut as an offering to the tribe this time after he failed to contact the Sentinelese. Shot a video of the island on his camera and collected some sand samples before returning to his boat. It may be claimed to be an adventure trip, but the fact of the matter is there has been a violation of Indian laws. Outsiders meeting could endanger the tribe's survival, the senior police officer, arresting officer said, requesting anonymity as he isn't authorized to speak about the case under the investigation. If convicted, he could serve up to 5 years in prison in New Delhi with a fine, and you do not want that.
What an idiot.
What an idiot. Oh well, there's not too many Mensa candidates out in Scottsdale, Arizona. Sorry, Scottsdale, but you know it's true.
So he went to this island with the
Mhm.
idea of making contact with this extremely reclusive tribe,
Mhm.
who I assume have very little contact with the outside world. Maybe don't have modern technology and all that good stuff.
Probably never even seen a white guy before.
And he thought, I know what these people are like.
You just
A
gotta
can
know
of
it takes.
Coke and a coconut. That's what he fucking thought would bring.
Yep,
Oh, fuck that guy. How long? So how long's he potentially got to go to prison for?
5 years
5 years. And then is it 5 years and a fine, or 5 years or a fine?
and or I mean, he's definitely gonna do time, but they may also give him a fine.
Is he? So he's a YouTuber?
That's what the article says. 24 years old from Scottsdale, Arizona, with the wildest Eastern European name for a
Yeah.
kid out of Arizona.
This reminds me of when what's his name, Logan Paul or Jake Paul? Which one's the one
I
in
want to say it
WWE
was
right now?
Logan. Yeah,
When he went
went
to that
into
forest in
Japan.
Japan?
Hmm.
Fucking dumb
Yeah,
fuck.
it's
Like,
pretty classless.
yeah. Just right. It's 2025. If these people don't want to speak to people outside, they've made it pretty clear. So leave them the fuck alone.
Hmm.
Like, whatever. But yeah, Diet. Was it Diet Coke or regular Coke?
Just a Diet Coke was what the
Oh,
article
it's even
says.
worse. That makes it even worse. Like, you should bring them at least a selection. Like, if you're gonna, a variety
And
pack.
also just one. You're just gonna leave one can behind? It's a whole
Yeah, what are they gonna
tribe.
do?
There's
Like,
like
take shots?
not many shots either.
Yeah,
They
just
would
bring it.
probably hate that Diet Coke, honestly.
Regular Coke, Diet Coke, Coke
Mhm.
Zero. Really fuck with their heads. Get it. Like, was it Coke with cream or something?
Oh yeah, I mean they have
Cream soda,
multiple
Coke,
flavors.
whatever.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Vanilla Coke, cherry Coke, blah blah blah. Coke.
Think about these things, guys. Think. Are you fighting with your microphone stand, by the way?
Yeah,
The fuck? Doesn't it
having
know
a
this
hard
is a
time with it.
special occasion?
Yeah, it's been a while since we've had this problem.
Motherfuckers.
Happens at this age after a couple drinks, your microphone
Yeah.
just don't stand at attention
Ugh.
anymore.
It happens. It happens. If
Right?
only
They
we
got
were
these little
sponsored
blue
by
pills for it now. They're pretty effective. They were once made for heart contact.
This microphone stand is brought to you by Bluetooth. No, it's not. But there you go. Anything else? Anything?
Nope.
Any more stories?
Those are our top stories.
Wow, marvelous stuff. So remember, if you are going to make contact with an indigenous, rare, bring a variety pack, and also, just don't be an idiot.
And by the way, those guys can get pretty wild. I don't know necessarily anything about that specific tribe, but like, hey, did you ever see the Jackie Chan movie, Who Am I?
No.
Jackie Chan is a race car driver, or he's a racer. He's a racist. Gets into an accident, bonks himself on the head, and loses his memory. Anyways, long story short, don't even worry about the movie. But when they get to the outtakes thing, they tried to go to some area of Africa. Don't ask me what country in Africa. Just you have to forgive me. Generic Africa. Anyway, their helicopter encountered a tribe that did not want to be encountered, and so it's just this footage of just these tribesmen just throwing spears at the goddamn helicopter, and like they are pissed to the point where the helicopter's like, maybe we get out of here.
Yeah, maybe we'll skip this scene.
Yeah, maybe we don't
We'll
go
use
to
a
this
green
shot.
screen. Yeah, how about that?
Maybe
Yeah.
it's a screen. Anyways,
Although I haven't seen that. I have seen Ace Ventura 2.
okay.
Those tribes people,
Yeah, I don't remember anything about that movie.
it's not good. But it's funny. Because when he looks like he's being given birth by his mechanical hip. Anyway, doesn't matter. Anyway, so those are the top stories. If you have anything to suggest for us to talk about next week, hit us up. Enjoy wafflebox@gmail.com. Or hit us up on Twitter at wafflebox, or drop us a text 347-559-5227. That was a lot of people not achieving things with their lives, but now, we're about to talk about some people or a person that is achieving things in their lives. So much so that an Irish brewery is giving them a nice glossy certificate. It's that real thick paper. It's not quite cardboard, but it's not paper. It's good quality paper. That's what I'm trying to say to you. It's now time for this week's Dumb World Record of the week.
Why?
Why? Why would I? Why? Why?
Why? Why? Why? Why? Why would you want to do that?
Where we go? Oh, Jesus Christ. If you're watching the YouTube version, you should have given us a warning for that, Kush. Fucking hell.
Well, this is our dumb world record of the week. This comes from the Guinness World Records website, guinnessworldrecords.com. By the way, terrible fucking website, dude.
It is a horrible website.
So many pop-ups. My laptop, old Lappy here, crashed hard. To the point I was like, oh, maybe we have to do this on another laptop or a phone or something. Anyways, feast your eyes, pun intended, on Williams Martin Sanchez Lopez from Uruguay and his enormous orbs. I don't know why they refer to him as orbs. Those are his eyeballs. Anyways, the father from Montevideo, Uruguay, has an unusual talent for popping out his eyeballs. No shit. It's a shocking skill that has now gotten him into the record books. Mr. Lopez can relax the muscles around his eyes and safely, I don't believe that, pop out his eyeballs, a process called protrusion. Say it with me, kids. Protrusion. Which helped him obtain the title of farthest eyeball pop for a man.
The fuck?
That implies that
For a man. So assuming what
it
are they
says
saying?
farthest eyeball pop, parentheses, male. So I'm guessing women are doing this too.
Well, yeah, we believe in equality here on the Waffle Box Podcast, but this is another one of these. Why is there a men's and women's category? Is there an advantage to being male or female in the eye-popping world?
There might be. I don't know. So after jump scaring his doctor and the rest of the SERP squad here, he was able to measure his orbital excursion length, revealing that his eyes can protrude a remarkable 19 millimeters or 3/4 of an inch. Like, what the fuck are you thinking, man?
How did he figure out he could do this?
I'm glad you asked that.
Oh.
He was first realized he was able to inflate his eyeballs when he was around 8 or 9 years old, messing around with friends at school. Quote unquote, it started when I was a kid. I could basically move the upper and lower part of the muscles around my eyes, and over time I perfected my skill until at last I was able to move the eye completely out of its socket, unquote. Oh,
I think I'm gonna be sick. God. Looks like he's like, did he find out when he was like, didn't have enough fiber in his diet, and he was like just sitting on the bathroom, just really struggling. You know, with all those where he's like, oh,
I bet you
this is gonna be a
that's
tough
absolutely
one.
He looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger when his helmet decompressed in Total Recall on Mars.
It's kind of, this is the face I give whenever I get the check and I go out for dinner in New York City.
Boy,
How much?
Better pray to God that like some funny guy doesn't walk behind him and smack him on the back while he's doing that, and then have his eyeballs just completely fall out of the fucking skull. I'm like, he says he can pop them out completely. At least that's what that article said. I am not going to challenge him to do it because I don't think he'd be able to put them back in.
He looks like he looks like someone who's just seen titties for the first time.
He may have.
Humana.
Mm-hmm. So, anyways, William
Right, so how does he
Sanchez
get him back?
of
Can he
Uruguay.
like, I don't know, like do something with his muscles and suck them back in again, or does he have to like poke them back in?
I believe he can pull them back in without using his fingers.
Jesus. At least, I mean,
There
makes
was video
putting
and all that,
contact
but I
lenses a
wasn't
lot
going to look at
easier.
it. Yeah, right. Better hope you don't need glasses, sir. Oh my God.
It's like a car crash. I don't want to look at it, but I can't not look at it. It looks fake.
It does, right? Yeah, no, they had lots of photos and several videos on their horrible URL.
I think if I saw the video of it happening, I would literally throw up.
Well, let's
Like,
not do that then.
yeah, that's Jesus Christ. Like that's intimidating. I admit, like he should be like an MMA fighter, and just do as soon as they start the fight, he does that. You're fucking tapping out. You ain't fighting that guy.
I don't think you'd find it. Dana White would be able to find an insurance carrier that would actually cover this man.
Oh, but if he could, he would. Dana White is a fucking whore for money. Jesus Christ. No, I don't know. I have nothing else to add to this, but I'm just like,
Okay, well, there we go.
oh, thank fuck for that. Jesus, he's taking a picture off. Oh my God. I'm going to have nightmares tonight.
Well,
hope you're
tell him
proud of
Freddie
yourself.
sent you.
Freddie Lopez. Is that his name?
Freddie Funjoy.
Freddie Funjoy Lopez. So there, guys. Congratulations for that man for being able to protrude his eyeballs out further than anyone else that has a penis on this world. We have to find out if a woman can do it better, since there's a character, there's a different category for him. The true battle of the sexes. Anyway, there wraps up the first half of the episode 194, the fourth anniversary show of the Waffle Box Podcast. We're about to take a pause for the cause, pay some bills, but we would sure as shit appreciate it if you steer us on the other side with this week's birthday Blackjack, Kush movie review, and all the usual hijinks and ballyhoo. But until then, we'll see you right back after this short commercial break.
Thanks to the internet, your husband or boyfriend is masturbating at least 5 times a day. It's a fact. 80% of relationships fail because women lure in men with lots of sex, then turn it off and get fat. He's going to cheat, and quite frankly, you deserve it. But how can you compete with strippers and porn stars? How do you learn what men really want? Isn't it time you attended some classes at Nightlight's Continuing Education? Nightlights offers courses that will teach you the techniques he's come to expect. Fulfill his fantasies without the messy divorce. Contact Nightlights today and sign up for classes such as Rotisserie 101, Advanced ATM, and Coming Out Swinging for beginners. Get your diploma in Double P. Contact Nightlights today.
place your bets. It's now time for birthday blackjack.
I also like to live dangerously.
Yes, welcome back to episode 194 of the Waffle Box Podcast, celebrating 4 years of utter nonsense. It's now time for this week's Celebrity Birthday Blackjack. This is where we celebrate 5 celebrity 100% down to earth and in touch with regular people who are celebrating a birthday today, and we try to guess how old they are. It's a game where you can play along at home and try to compete with Mr. Hayes. But how does it work? If you haven't played this game before, producer Lathan, if you could, explain the rules of Celebrity Birthday Blackjack.
Well, the rules to Celebrity Birthday Blackjack are pretty simple. Mike is going to name 5 celebrities that are celebrating their birthdays today, and all you have to do is guess how old they are now. Your score is based on your margin of error. For example, if the celebrity is 50 years old and you guess 53, you were 3 years out, so you score 3 points. If you're lucky enough to guess their age spot on, you get to deduct 5 points from your score. And to win, all you need to do is keep your score at 21 or below, hence why it's called Celebrity Birthday Blackjack.
Merci beaucoup. As of right now, in the year of 2025, Kush Hayes, you are 6 and 7. 6 wins, 7 losses. You could tie it up. You could bring it to 500 right now. Super duper exciting. Are you ready?
Ready? Let's roll.
Who's the celebrity celebrating their birthday? Number one. Rapper, songwriter, producer, and John Cena's little bitch boy, Mr. Travis Scott. How old is Travis Scott? The man that likes to take his fucking time and ruin a moment by sauntering down to the ring for like 10 fucking minutes whilst John Cena's standing there going, hurry up, hurry up. Anyway, I digress. How old's Travis Scott?
Jeez. No bias or anything. I believe Mr. Travis Scott, he's a young buck. So I'm gonna say he's like 31.
31 is the guess.
Mm-hmm.
Let's give everyone at home to lock in that score. Travis Scott is actually 34 years old today.
Okay.
Still a whippersnapper. That gets you off the mark with 3 points. Not too shabby.
Nice.
Not too shabby.
We've been pretty good about that the last month or so.
You have.
Number 2.
Number 2. Actress that will never, ever, 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 ever die because Tom Cruise once turned her into a vampire. Miss Kirsten Dunst. What is Kirsten
Old
Dunst?
Dunsty. Yeah, she's
Great goddamn movie, by the way, Interview with a Vampire.
been a while since I've seen it, but yeah, it was good.
Never watched the TV show.
Haven't seen the TV show either. Paramount Plus. So many TV shows that you aren't going to subscribe to for. Kirsten Dunst, I'm going to say, is 49.
49.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she's a little bit younger than that, actually. Kirsten Dunst, 43.
Okay. Good for her.
Yeah, good. Well done. Well done, Kirsten, for not being 49. That takes your score up to 9 points. Not too bad. Not too bad.
Number 3.
Celebrity number 3, star of such horrific movies as Wonder Woman 1985, Snow White, and Death on the Nile. Actually, I take that back. Death on the Nile was a pretty good movie. I actually enjoyed that. It was a pretty good, fun movie. I'm not gonna say it's a great movie, but it was fun. It was fun. Anyway, Miss Gal Gadot. How old is Gal Gadot?
Gal Gadot is she's like I'm gonna say 37. Yeah.
37.
Mm-hmm.
Take the wait time. I think it's one more at home. Still wait. Come on, think about it. Yeah, you got it. Just was waiting for the Syrup Squad to lock in their answers.
Okay.
I'll give it a little bit of suspense. You go 37. She's turned a big 4-0 this year. 40 years old.
Good looking 40-year-old.
I know, right? I'm going to be there soon, a couple of months. Good goddamn looking 40-year-old, but that's just my personal opinion. That takes up your score to 12. Very respectable so far after 3.
Feeling good. Feeling confident.
And now we move on to celebrity number 4.
Number 4.
And I really hope I pronounce this correctly. I think I will. But British-born Indian actor who played Raj in The Big Bang Theory, Mr. Kunal Nayyar.
I don't know how to pronounce his name either, the Indian kid from Big Bang Theory.
That's
he's like 32.
32 years old.
Show's been up there, about 5 years now?
Sounds about right. I don't know. The reruns still keep going.
Reruns
it's
are
one of those
always
shows where you just, I have no idea. It's never ending. Your guess was 32. Kunal is actually 44 years old.
Wow.
Shut the front door.
Wow.
You're on 24. So you need now to get this last celebrity spot on.
Perfect.
If you have any chance of winning this.
Oh, am I over already?
Yeah, you went from 12 to 24 in one boom.
Oh.
I mean, maybe for the first time ever, we have a connection in Celebrity Birthday Blackjack.
Cool.
A little weaving thing connecting two celebrities. Because celebrity number 5.
Number 5.
American actor who played Leonard in The Big Bang Theory.
Okay. Yeah.
Mr. Johnny Galecki.
Oh, him.
He was also in Roseanne. And other such things.
And other stuff.
Stuff.
He's the son in Christmas Vacation.
Just the facts, ma'am.
He's yeah. If that one dude's 44, Johnny Galecki is like 47.
47.
Yeah.
Mr. Johnny Galecki, also celebrating a big birthday this year. He is 50 years old.
Wow.
God damn. Jeez. Which means, unfortunately, you finish up on a score of 27. You'll have to wait another little while to get that 500. Because this week, unfortunately, Kush, you're a loser.
God. That guy is 50 years old now, but 15 years ago, 20 years ago, he was a 30-year-old playing a teenage college genius. That's got to fuck with your head a little bit, right? Like, but I'm 30 and I'm trying to be 17. What the?
How do you do, fellow kids?
Yeah, right.
Shout out to that guy, Steve Buscemi.
Steve Buscemi.
What a guy. What a guy.
He's a pretty awesome dude. Did you know he's a volunteer fireman? Like when he's not making movies, he's a firefighter.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know where I found that at.
Pretty impressive. It was one of those Yahoo threads or whatever. Yeah, anyways, but you knew. It's fine. Good.
I have mad respect for volunteer firemen. I think they're idiots. But yeah, I'm gonna run into that fire unpaid.
Mm-hmm.
Well, whatever. Sweet stuff.
You get so many chicks doing that, though.
Yes. You reckon so?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, because, I guess once... Is that... Yeah, I save children and animals from burning fires.
Kitty cat.
Oh, my God. That's so admirable. Yeah. But I'm a volunteer, so could you pick up my tab? I don't know.
Then they would.
You reckon?
Yes.
Yeah, respect. I salute you, sir. But there you go. Let us know if you were playing along, what your score was in the comment section below the Soundlight video, or hit us up at enjoywafflebox@gmail.com, or at Wafflebox on Twitter, at WafflePod on Blue Sky. But that wraps up this week's edition of Celebrity Birthday Blackjack. But now it's the time for Kush to take the reins again. Kush
busy night.
I know, right? Now you know how it feels. It's now time for Kush to review a movie in a segment that we call Kush's Movie Review.
Kush's Movie Review.
This week's movie review is The Accountant 2. Or as we say here in England or America, The Accountant 2. An action thriller directed by Gavin O'Connor, starring Ben Affleck as a former hitman turned accountant who for years has tried to hide his past. But when John Bernthal refuses to pay Ben for doing his taxes, Affleck is forced to turn back the hands of time and hunt that bastard down.
Well, it's safe to say you don't remember anything about the first accountant either. So that's okay.
Did we talk about the first accountant in a review?
We have not. No, the Waffle Box did not exist 8 years ago, which is how much time it's been since the first accountant came out.
Then it doesn't matter. Anything happened before Waffle Box dies.
Yeah, that's there's BWB and AWB.
Facts.
Before Waffle Box, after Waffle Box.
Just the facts, ma'am.
Mm-hmm. That's how I measure time. I don't know how you do it.
That's how I measure everything.
Today is for AWB.
Yeah. Checks
anyway,
out.
We're talking about The Accountant 2. It's rated R, which is strange. 2 hours and 12 minutes, and we could chop some time off of this, honestly. It's directed by Gavin O'Connor, who's returning from Accountant number 1. He's also done some sports movies such as Miracle with Kurt Russell, and then Warrior. That was the Tom Hardy MMA movie. That's a good stuff. Good stuff. Good, also returning is the writer Bill Dubuque. He also wrote The Accountant Part 1, and he's the creator of Netflix's very successful Ozark TV show, which I've still never seen, but through osmosis, just walking through the living room, I know what it is. It stars returning Ben Affleck, John Bernthal as brothers estranged, Danielle Pineda, who I honestly thought was Palm Clementov for Guardians of the Galaxy, Mantis, for a minute and a half. Okay, you don't know. That's fine. Cynthia Di Robinson is our female protagonist, and then J.K. Simmons returns just for a minute and a half here, and he's the reason why things kick off. Basically, this movie is more about the relationship between John Bernthal and Ben Affleck, and all those scenes are fantastic. It's just dialogue. Is there action in this? Yeah, it's fine. I don't know why it's rated R, though. Lots of gunplay. Only a couple broken arms or whatever, but like at no point do you see like someone's arm protruding from the socket. No one's eyeballs get popped out. Like they never just linger on someone being stabbed in the heart, like a John Wick might do. Cursing is very limited. In fact, at one point, John Bernthal, who's full of fucks and shits, at one point just edited. I thought they did this specifically for the commercial, but John Bernthal actually does say "shut the front door." And I was like, oh, wait, what? Did I see the TV edit? No, this is the R-rated movie. So lots of things.
I'm going to beat the HE double hockey sticks out of you.
I'm surprised they didn't do that. We get introduced to Bernthal. If you haven't seen part 1, we get introduced to him in this movie as a guy who's on a job and ends up spending like 10 minutes hyping himself up in the mirror so he can call a woman at a dog shelter and get a dog 2 weeks earlier than what they allow or whatever. And that's this whole intense scene of he's breathing heavy and he's walking around naked with a gun and then just kind of like he's just trying to get a puppy. You're just like, this was a wildly unnecessary scene. I think we could have cut 12 minutes off of the movie with just this scene being removed entirely. It does nothing for me. I don't think it does anything for the story. We already know he's kind of kooky. We don't need any of this extra bullshit, guys. Story is serviceable. Again, most of this movie is about the relationship between the brothers. That almost when the movie is in play. The actual story is J.K. Simmons was on a case. He ends up getting killed in the first 10 minutes in the movie, and that triggers the accountant, Ben Affleck, and then the wheel starts spinning. Ultimately, J.K. Simmons was trying to get a kid rescued from a human trafficking camp. By the way, this kid went missing like
That's a
5 years
terrible camp.
ago. It's a terrible camp, yeah, no, and
Why would you sign up for that?
you don't. It's a very secret website.
Hey Jimmy, guess where you're going this summer?
I don't want to go to human trafficking
I don't want to go to
camp.
human trafficking camp again.
Everybody smells.
They pick on me.
Anyway, the whole plot is kind of, it's just there. You forget about it a lot. It did nothing for me. So the action is fine, but nothing mind-blowing, nothing crazy, nothing that made me go like, oh man, I wonder if the guys from John Wick are a part of it. Like it's very basic, bare bones. Again, gun, 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 gun. Affleck apparently has a whole team filled with autistic kids who are his computer hacker squad. Um, it's interesting. I don't know. But anyways, I would like to give this movie a better review, but it's a lukewarm 3 out of 5. Like I wish I could give it a low 4, but
lukewarm 3.
It'll be on Amazon Prime within a few months. Trust me. It's an Amazon MGM movie, so it'll be on Prime within a few months, if even that long. So you won't be bored, but it's not my favorite movie of the year by any means.
Would you go as far to say it's a tepid 3 out of 5?
No, it was fine. Kept my attention. Um, Barenthal being this rowdy younger brother. There's a scene where there's a bar fight, and when Barenthal gets triggered and just rushes right into the fight, they do a still frame of him where he's just like, ah! Cackled like a bastard for like 2 minutes after that. Like to the point where I think I almost got shushed. But yeah, the movie doesn't really have a lot going for it, at least in my opinion. But this was a popular franchise. I think if you loved the first one, you will like this one. Didn't make me want to go back and see the first one, and I still have not. So, first one is very forgettable to me. I did not remember that J.K. Simmons was in it. I barely remember Barenthal being a part of it, and just yeah, that movie came out in this weird time where they're trying to display autism as a superpower in certain people, and I ain't good at medical stuff, and I'm still not 100% sure what the actual definition of autism is, but I think a lot of people in Hollywood don't know this shit either. Like,
Well, the problem is it's a spectrum. So it's
Sure.
very different.
I keep
One
hearing
person's autism is different to a different person's autism.
yeah, well, I don't know where this man is on the spectrum, but again, he can crunch numbers in his head, crunch bones with his hands, and just shoot guns like no tomorrow.
That's
So
like a fucking fun kind of autism.
I'm sure he can count cards as well. So
John Barenthal at this point, unless he's either slamming someone's face in a mirror and cutting that guy's face up, or sleeping with his best friend's wife during a zombie apocalypse, I don't want to see this guy on my screen.
oh well, then you're in luck because that seems to be all Barenthal does these days.
Perfect.
I happen to say, let's challenge him and go the other way. Like, did you know that man can dance? Let's put him in a musical. Like, that guy's a phenomenal dancer. He can tap
him and
dance.
Hugh Jackman in The Greatest Showman 2.
Sign me up now. John
Brains are
Barenthal, Hugh
tingling
Jackman
already.
in The Greatest Showman Part 2. Do it. Book it. Now.
And that's
Yes,
final. Where's my gavel? I need a gavel. I keep meaning to buy a gavel.
You do need a gavel.
Book it. So there you go. The Accountant to a lukewarm 3 out of 5. Not quite a tepid, but a lukewarm 3 out of 5. Check it out. I believe it's still in theaters now, or you can hold off and wait for it to come on the streaming service because that's the best way to do it. Because then you don't get gouged for ridiculous prices. Anyway, there you go. Well, that wraps up this week's Kush's movie review. It's that time to wrap this show up in a nice little bow and make us all feel warm and fuzzy inside so we can go to bed feeling all warm and fuzzy and forgetting about that weird guy that can make his eyes bulge out too much. And it's like, fuck was that about? It's now time for this week's feel-good story of the week.
It's the coolest fucking story I've ever heard in my entire life. That's insane. Can I hear it again?
This week's feel-good story features a woman from San Diego on a trip to Japan. Ooh. When first-time mom Maggie Boynton traveled from San Diego to Japan with her husband and newborn daughter. Don't travel with newborn. Why are you going on a plane from San Diego all the way to Japan with a newborn? Fucking nuts. She expected a memorable adventure, but she didn't anticipate just how touching the experience would be. Whilst dining out one evening, Maggie and her husband were approached by their waitress, who noticed the couple juggling dinner and baby duties. That's when the waitress made the unexpected offer to hold the baby so Maggie and her husband could enjoy their meal together. And there are videos and photos of the waitress. It's not creepy. It's not creepy, thankfully. But yeah, it's the waitress just walking around. Oh, and then the manager comes over, and they're all just like playing with the kid and enjoying. And while this couple just gets to chill out and fucking enjoy the moment. Maggie said she has no idea how much this means to me because I was so overwhelmed. Even just 10 minutes for us to enjoy our meal was all I needed. You made your life choices, Maggie. Anyway, the simple act of kindness deeply moved her. I don't think I've ever had a stranger offer to hold my baby before. Probably a good thing. At first, I hesitated. Like, should I let her? No. But she seemed so genuine and sweet. You just have that intuition when someone truly wants to help. Okay. Normally, this is like a fucking warning, so don't let strangers hold your babies while you're distracted and eating. But thankfully, as I said, there's video content, evidence, blah, blah. This did turn out nice. So because you now know in hindsight, it's all worked out for the better and nothing bad happened. It is kind of nice, a little extra service, going above and beyond. The waitress, just giving mummy and daddy a little break so they could enjoy a little date together, which is quite nice.
Very kind.
Very kind. However, this might not be the norm, just as a little warning. So if a stranger does offer to hold your baby,
give me your baby.
Just maybe say no.
Give me your baby.
That wraps up 4 years of the Waffle Box Podcast.
4 of them.
Wow.
Number 4.
Wow.
Wow.
Whoa. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Let's just hit all the fucking jingles.
Hadouken!
Kush, what are you looking back? Because we technically did release the first episode on May 1st, 2021, when we were still sticking swabs up our nose and seeing if we had the Rona. When this Zoom was the only way we could interact with people next door. Crazy times. I think that was only 4 years ago, but what are you thinking? Memories.
Oh, yeah, just again, it's been a blast doing this for the last 4 years. I hope we do this a lot longer. And yeah, man, it's just been interesting to see where we have evolved. Again, it doesn't feel like 4 years. It feels like we still have started this like top of the year.
Right.
If you told me it's only been 4 months, I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense. But so no, man, I've enjoyed every minute of this with you. Thank you for even thinking about having me be your co-host on this. And yeah, man, looking forward to many, many more.
Absolutely. So this is so actually I was looking at this because at the top of my notes is like, I don't know if you So I always put Waffle Box episode 194, season 4, episode 47. I'm very ecstatic with my notes. So that means technically it should have been 52 episodes. We were slacking this year. We missed 5 episodes this year.
We've both been busy. Our careers are just getting in the way.
Right.
So that's a good problem to have. So, and we've actually been able to be flexible and still get an episode. It's amazing we've gotten anything, to be honest, this year.
Absolutely, because we're important guys. We have many leather-bound books, and our apartments smell of rich mahogany.
I've got tweed elbow patches on my leather jacket.
You ruined a good jacket doing that? Correction, Marge. Two good jackets. Shout out to The Simpsons when it used to be good still. Anything you want to give a shout out to? Anything, any media that you ever...
I'll be working the Giants-Rockies game series this weekend. So if you're in Colorado and you want to watch the Giants game, if you see me on TV, someone fucked up something really bad. But I'll be there. So
there you go. Go to that game and wave at Kush and distract him. So he trips over some cheerleaders again. Good times.
I told you that story?
Yeah, you told me that story. It's a good story.
Good.
I've told other people that story. It's a great story.
Have
It's
you?
one of my favorite stories.
Like bowling pins.
In terms of media, have you been watching The Last of Us Season 2 on Max?
No, I haven't. I've never played the video game. I watched all the first season, and to be honest, the best episode of it is the one that has nothing to do with the show whatsoever.
The gay couple.
Yeah.
That's a great episode. It's a great goddamn.
Just a great hour of TV in general too. So
I want a spin-off. I want more of them.
I would check into that. If they did a spin-off with those
limited, because I think it was just basically them farming and living together. So I don't think there's much. But maybe like a 4-episode limited run.
That one episode spans like 5 years, so they could do something. Yeah, they could. Even 4 episodes would be good. So, is it any good since you brought it up?
So, it's good, but
Season
2? Since you haven't watched it, I don't want to spoil anything.
Oh, I know who's dead. That's fine. I don't care.
Oh, because I think it was it episode 2 of season 2?
Sounds right. It's very
if you haven't, without spoiling anything, that was one of those literal moments where it was raw emotion. Where I was watching this episode on the edge of my seat, engrossed in this, and then all of a sudden I was like, "The fuck!" I was so mad.
Okay. Well,
but now we're stuck with her as the main fucking character. She's annoying.
I was not.
But I'm hoping the brother steps in. I'm still a couple of episodes to watch. He seems funny. I don't know. I was familiar with the first game, so I kind of knew what to expect in the first season. Not, and because I normally like to watch Let's Plays on YouTube. I like to live vicariously through others. But I don't want to do it now because I don't want anything spoiled for me.
Oh yeah, no. So I knew that was happening because people had spoiled the video game already, and I was like, okay. I'm generally surprised it happened so early because again. Don't mean to spoil nothing for you, considering I haven't even seen the thing. They're splitting the video game up into 2 seasons. So there'll be a season 3, but it'll be just more of what you're seeing.
They're fucking Harry Potter and shit out of it.
Yes. That's fair.
I'll reserve judgment. So far, so good. There you go. Last of Us Season 2 on Max. Max! Don't call it HBO! It's Max! Although it does still go at the beginning of the show. Is there anything more satisfying? What's more satisfying, Kush? Before we wrap up this show, because we're dragging this out, but what's more satisfying sound, right? When you're about to start something. This might be challenging, channeling your youth.
Going back to HBO, I like.
No, I'm going to give you 2 options of sounds. Ready?
Oh, okay. All right.
And you have to tell me which more satisfying.
Please tell me.
When you press play and you get the from HBO, or Sega.
HBO, but yes, that you brought up some nostalgia feelings hearing that too.
Oh, good stuff. And then like Sonic comes on the screen judging you because he does that little fucking finger wag. Like, what are you judging me for, Sonic? I'm playing your game. What else do you want me to do? Do you want me not to play your fucking game, weirdo? I'm paying your wages. Anyway. Well, yeah, that wraps up. Anyway, it's a good night from me. My name's Mike Fish. This is Kush Hayes. Giving you 4 years of goddamn okay content. Lathan, anything you want to say before we wrap up the show?
Before we head out, I'd just like to remind everyone that April 30th is National Adopt a Shelter Pet Day. If you're thinking of buying a dog from a breeder or maybe starting your own little family, I say fuck that. Rescue a dog from a shelter. They'll show you unconditional love. They never complain about your bad habits, and typically they'll be dead before they reach 18, so no need to save for college. There is literally no downside to adopting a dog. Anyway, ciao for now.
And on that positive note, it's a good night for me to know from him. But until next time, take care of yourselves. And each other.
That's all, folks.
Play me off, Johnny.